Thanks, Mark, for joining Asia Biscuit here, at the Battery Show Asia in Hong Kong. How has been your experience? I mean, I know this is only the second day at the show, but what's the kind of response that you're seeing here?
So the battery show stands out that it's a bit more on the professional side. So it's not like the very busy public exhibition where you see thousands of visitors, but the quality of the visitors is professional. So that means that the talks and the discussions we have with the people are on a high quality.
Can you tell me a little bit about your company, Zeller+Gmelin? I guess G is silent there. It's got I was reading up and I saw that there's a lot of history to the whole company. I mean,
That's true.
more than a couple of centuries old now.
That's true. Yeah, Zeller+Gmelin is a German-based company. It's family-owned since 160 years in the same family ownership. It is highly specialized in lubricants, industrial lubricants, process chemicals, so kind of cleaners, and also printing inks. So these are the three business units we have. And out of that, we have the new product portfolio, which serves the battery industry and the new electric vehicles industry by means of cooling fluids, and also with our traditional lubricants, which are very, very essential and important for the production of battery cells and everything around, also battery frames, the whole infrastructure of a car. So we know automotive. We are coming from the traditional automotive. So of course, any kind of transition into the new energy or new players in the market, we are the reliable partner of this kind of customers.
Right. So with the focus on electric vehicles and battery, I mean, that's emerging globally. Do you see this as a huge business opportunity for the company in the short to medium term?
Absolutely. So it is let's say the continuation of our business. So following and be partner with existing customers that we have in the traditional car industry with their transition into new electric vehicles, but also, and that's why we are here in Asia. So by the way, I am representing Zeller+Gmelin in China. So I'm based in China. That's also part of our strategy to be close to the customers, which are producing in Asia, for example. And we want to find, of course, the new customers and the new players which coming up in the Far East to be their partner with our good knowledge and expertise that we have for such a long time.
Right. So how do you see the battery ecosystem evolving, particularly in Asia?
So it's absolutely clear. So that China sets the pace. It is incredibly what they have achieved in the past, let's say, decade when it comes to technology, innovation, engineering, setting their own standards, and this at the China speed square, which is unbelievable. So we are thrilled to be in this market. We are in a situation that we from the West, from Europe, we are learning from the makers and the customers in China, for example. So this is amazing. If you see Southeast Asia, that's going to be the next wave. We're also preparing for that, also with a localized production and partners. Certainly it comes from diversification. Also, Chinese automakers are going into Southeast Asia in order to deliver into other markets because of current situations and policies. And we are very, very interested to also follow into Southeast Asia.
So are there any concrete plans in Southeast Asia? Are you setting up some plants somewhere?
do.
Is something that you
We
can
do.
talk about?
Exactly. So strong markets like in Thailand, Vietnam, we are working together with partners or joint ventures. And we look very much into India as well, which also we see as a future strong market for us.
Right. So in terms of precision engineering, I mean, how do you see this whole technology and as well as, where Zeller comes in? I mean, how do you see this evolving?
So here we are, of course, the true experts. And I think this is what we bring in with our expertise because, we have worked together with the old gigafactories. So gigafactory today is a fancy word, but the industrial giants have always been there. Also with the traditional cars, internal combustion engines, where you have components in the micrometer or sub-micrometer tolerances. And for this, you need very, very sophisticated lubricants, which help you machining those parts. So we are a very good option and solution for CNC machining, very high precision machining. If you have those lubricants and machining fluids in your tanks, you want to have them as long as possible. And this is what we know. And also what we bring in with our expertise, being a service partner as well, to check the fluids and to make sure that you have, if you buy from us, the uptime and the usage of our products for a long, long time. So that's OEE.
Right. So, technology evolves to pack in more and more power into batteries.
Yeah.
Does it? I'm sure it obviously throws up a challenge of cooling. So, how do you see yourself playing a greater role there, and where do you see technology evolving?
Right. So a couple of years ago, we when we had a closer look also in the market for battery machining and so on, we came into the idea, hey, battery cooling, thermal management is becoming so important. So we said, yeah, with our chemical background, this is something where we want to look deeper into. So we have launched a development of thermal gap fillers. So to have a product within the battery cell, battery package, which can help for the thermal management and for new high performance batteries. Today here at the battery show, we are introducing our immersive cooling solutions and also water-based coolants, which we believe from maybe some niche products in the past or niche applications will become more and more important. And not only in cars, but also in energy storage systems. So when you have localized or local power supply, where battery technology more and more comes into the play. And here we want to have a reliable, good solution in immersive cooling and water-based cooling products.
Right. So, obviously, one of the growing concerns as battery technologies evolve and electric vehicles come into being is the whole question of sustainability. I mean, the circularity of this. I mean, the number of batteries that are getting produced, and most countries are not really equipped to handle what may come about maybe in a few years' time. Some of these batteries, which will become kind of redundant and will have to be replaced. So, in that space, I mean, where do you see, I mean, as a key component of the batteries, what happens to the lubricants? They also have a end of life kind of thing, right? I mean, so particularly since it's always been oil based lubricants thus far. So where do you see this evolving?
So that's a topic, of course, you could talk hours about sustainability because it has, as you say, circular, it starts from the very beginning. For example, already when producing the parts. So when you have a mass production and you want to prevent any downtime, so if you have micro stops or even line calls, you have to stop production. It's already a waste of energy, of money, and so on. And if you see another big topic, which we know from our experience, is scrapping parts. So, for example, you use a lubricant or metal forming fluid, which does not have the optimum result. So you have a certain or a too high percentage of scrapping. Scrapping is waste, as our friends in Japan say, muda. So this is what you want to prevent. So their circular and optimized sustainability already starts during production. The other thing is, how long you can use a lubricant. This is what I already mentioned. So with a good service, perfect service, to keep your OPEX low by using maybe only one fill of lubricants for your machining. So you can use it for a longer time, so with several 10,000 of hours, instead of having shorter replacement cycles. And what we already do for a long, long time at Zeller+Gmelin, it's not in the battery industry so far. So this is also something maybe we would invite interested parties to discuss with us. But we have one division in our company in Germany, which is called Südöl, South Oil. And they do collecting old oil from partners all over Germany. We recycle it, so we crack it down, we remove the impurities, dirt, and so on. We recycle it and use that oil again for our product. So this is a perfect circular economy, and I would be more than happy to introduce this in other parts of the world as well.
Right. So, what are you really looking forward to over the next, let's say, 3 to 5 years? I know the pace of technology today is so rapid that 3 years is probably a lifetime now. So, I mean, where do you see the whole industry moving, let's say, over the next 3 years?
Of course, we have the big players, but you see a move, a shift from like scale ups, companies which are now going into mass production, so that many more players will start their mass production and like start of gigafactories. And they need to learn, they need to understand how to be sustainable and how to have process stability. And just from a manufacturing aspect, here we want to contribute and offer lubrication solutions which support these growing trends and help them to optimize their processes. As a supplier into the product itself, of course, if high performance batteries more and more come into play, we would be more than happy to deliver our solutions for that, for the cooling of batteries.
Right. Thank you very much, Mark, for this conversation.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to have you here at the battery show in Hong Kong. Welcome anytime to Zeller+Gmelin.